more of the same here in game number 2. In fact, all 4 players from OpTic ended up with a positive KDA, and unfortunately on the side of Native Red, all 4 in negative. So Native Red, they're back against the wall. They have something to prove. Was it a fluke that they beat OpTic just 2 weeks ago, 3-1? Can they bring this series back?
Hopping on board here with Trippy off the rippy as he goes down. 3 go down, though, for Native Red. It's going to provide OpTic with the numbers advantage. They need to take A, B, and likely C off the rip. Great sense of urgency here with 3 down for Native Red. OpTic Gaming, they didn't wait a second.
They didn't wait a second to get all the objectives, and now the next item on the menu is that overshield. As you see that Formal's trying to line up the shot. He gets the kill onto Soulsnipe, nearly the double. Manny's being cheeky, but all the distraction there as Lucid flanks around behind with the heat wave. The shroud screen is in play, and Lucid heat wave overshield. You might see the first points on the board, though. Trippy's not going to let that go without the fight as he's contesting on B. Formal finds yet another snipe. Looking at those back spike grenades. Who is it? It's Soulsnipe being a pesky nuisance on B. Ultimately is taken down before Native Red can find a point.
4 go down for Native Red, and I'm gonna be curious to see if they all spawn over on the screen door dummies. This is gonna be a split spawn because of that team wipe, and you could absolutely isolate the solo and take him down, but it looks like Tolic instead is going to get through the tunnel side. A great flank from him is going to provide a 1v1 opportunity with Trippy, but Trippy's going to get the better of him. It's 3 down again for Native Red, and if Truck goes down, it's 4. 3 back-to-back team wipes has OpTic up a minute plus.
And the brief triple cap. They have Native Red on their back foot in the series, their back foot in this game. A 60-0 lead off of the back of those slays. OpTic not wasting time to secure those strongholds, leading them to the lead we see now. Tolic in a little bit of a melee duel. He takes one. He finds the cleanup onto the second. Manny helps set it up. There's the triple for Tolic. He's 1 HP in a dream, and it's the MVP Lucid rotate around the back of Mud. Tolic milks his life, regens the shield, grabs the sniper to hit the no-scope. If there's one person on the side of Native Red that can get them back in this series, it's going to be Tolic.
Tolic single-handedly bringing Native Red back in this game. Don't know if it's too early to say back in this series as OpTic Gaming has looked. They looked like they lost last week as the champ and came back a little upset, a little feeling a little slighted, maybe even. Yeah, feeling a little slighted. We saw all the conversation online. I'm sure you guys tuned into the Twitch streams across the Halo Direct throughout the week. There's been a lot of talk around this OpTic Gaming roster and whether or not they're able to hold on to this #1 spot. And at least against Native Red, it looks like they are able to.
I'd be so interested to hear what those scrims and what those team practice comms sounded like the last 2 weeks that led to what we're seeing from OpTic right now. The 2-0 lead and the 40-second lead right here in this game. But Native Red, don't count them out. Tolic had the slays. Now Manny is securing the objective. Some nice chunk of time here for Native Red, cutting that lead to just the 30, now 40 seconds as OpTic regain control of B.
Yeah, huge regain there for OpTic, just as it looked like Native Red was maybe going to score a minute uncontested. They regain and steer the ship back in a straight line. Trippy in a huge 1v1. Now a 1v2. He should go down. Native Red should be able to flip A, but no, yeah. Tolic, Tolic should absolutely be able to flip A, if not for Formal and Lucid. Tolic using his positioning along the pillar, but that's not going to be enough as he goes down. OpTic retains A, but Native retains scoring with B and C.
Yeah, they took too many resources. OpTic had to send literally every player in order to hold on to A. And what did they lose? It's the Thanos. They lost everything. They lost B. They lost C in the process. So now it's OpTic trying to regain. They get the C side control and kind of distracting with the sniper over at the top of sandbags. Now Formal playing for the overshield. And look at all of OpTic. They're patient. Wow. They sent everyone over to the overshield side.
Overshield for 3 for Formal. Will he take back A as well? He gets the perfect shots on Manny, but Soulsnipe with the numbers takes him down, and it's numbers advantage that maintains for this Native Red roster. Off the rip, looking like they were about to maybe lie down and take the 3-0 sweep from OpTic. They have done nothing of the sort. They are fighting back ferociously. Have some scoring. Now down only 30.
Lucid is fighting at the back of B. He has the repulsor at the ready, but Drunk is dodging those shots in order to stay alive. And we see right now Native Red are on the brink of a triple cap. The pivotal kill, APG, does get traded out after winning it over. Native Red are right back in this game, counting up 2
And right now, OpTic is a little bit in a blender because of the Slay timing for them. They're going to be a little staggered off spawn. You saw Formal spawn much later after APG. Now you have Trippy going down, so this could be big for Native Red. They could continue to score here, but a couple clutch plays on B, but no, B gets reset. C goes to OpTic because of Lucid, but all the while, Native Red continuing to score, continuing to slay. 3 down for OpTic. 4 if Trippy goes down. That's a massive last play alive as Formal helps him out. But Trippy ends up going down instead, so Native Red doing a great job taking what OpTic is giving them here.
Yeah, and they're taking a triple cap, Mikowski. Look at this. Now nearly a 50-second lead for Native Red. OpTic back on C, but that round of slays for Native Red gave them so many points, and this game has been flipped right around. With it, can they see Native Red flip the series? They have everything to fight for right here as Manny with a quick repulsor jump gets to the top of tower, caught in a little bit of a BR reload, but they can trade these zones. C for A is what they're looking for.
Manny and Native Red doing a great job to stagger OpTic spawns, but OpTic Formal sends 2 right back to the spawn, 3 collectively, and now it's up to Tolic to make a last player alive play to maintain this 60-second lead. Unbelievable snipe there from Formal, though, as he takes down Soul Snipe, sliding into B, getting the objective time and the slays is Formal. That's why he's the GOAT.
Formal looking like the GOAT right now, 15 and 9 in the game. Some nice kills to regain control of the objective, and the information that Native Red is all spawning at the back of A as he locks his sight onto that garage door. Now you can see Trippy getting a kill onto Drug. Trippy actually gets the double kill, which allows Formal to prioritize this right side lane. And right now, OpTic, they're just maintaining their zone control as Formal finally leaves that high ground position in order to clean up the rest of the kill.
Oh man, I love Formal, man. He's the assist role. He's the support player on this OpTic gaming team. But if there's anybody who could pop off at any moment, it's got to be OpTic Formal, right? 16 and 10 in this game, showing why with a sniper in his hand, he's one of the most devilish players in the league, going demon mode with that S7. And as he goes down, great job by OpTic to make sure that APG retains possession of that final shot.
He fires off that final round of the sniper, not giving it over into the hands of Native Red, and OpTic now just 5 seconds down in scoring. Soul Snipe is going to stop that scoring by hopping on to B. Trippy versus Drug, and Drug wins out the kill.
Huge.
With it, Native Red get back the advantage on zones, and they maintain this lead.
OpTic knocking on the door of a lead as Native Red says no, sends them 4 down packing. Back to the respawn screen. Lucid back to A, looking for that control. And Manny somehow in the back of A, I'm not sure even how he got there with so many members of OpTic Gaming over at A. Instead, he goes down, but still scoring for Native Red. Lucid with low shields, he's going to have to wait. And you have to wonder, is he going to play for this hill time or the overshield instead?
Well, this cost OpTic the lead, in my opinion, was how they had 4 players playing for Overshield. The Overshield was enough for 1 kill, then was negated. And all the while, Native Red were getting advantage on zones. They're looking to do more of the same here. Here's the resources. OpTic are spending enough to secure A. They had Formal icing up, clutching up over on B, seeming solo against Native Red. And as Native Red are hitting that respawn screen, they have only a 20-second lead.
Oh, and these 2 teams are sending each other back to the respawn screen, back and forth. It's Native Red going 4 down. It's OpTic going 4 down. And at the 200 mark of this game, this one feels like we're going to a 249 to 250 finish.
Could just be, but look at Native Red. They're on A and B. They have C control. Drunk is by himself.
Wow.
At C, they get another triple cap across the board, seeming out of nowhere when everything looked dicey, everything looked mixy. Native Red are finding the zones. Drunk might have died there, but he stalled for time. He left Lucid at 1 spot. Does Trippy get their time? Lucid stayed alive, and instead Native Red go 3 down.
And Tolic, that was a staggered death there. He went down right as Manny came up. So again, might be a split spawn here for Tolic as he does spawn out on the A. Back A, it looks like. Everybody else for Native Red is cuts. That's going to cause some chaos here, but it should maybe give Native Red A. All the while OpTic, they'll take C and continue scoring.
Yeah, they're trading on the zones right now, which is going to be the win condition for OpTic. 20 seconds down, but it's Tolic with the sniper. 6 rounds. Trippy is playing cheeky around the pillar. He misses on the first shot. In fact, Trippy stays alive. He gets the kill before he's traded out, and now it might be OpTic with the triple cap to get them back in this game.
Oh, and a trip cap here for OpTic would be so huge because You can play for OS despite it being endgame. You could play for that overshield, and now you could use it offensively, defensively. As you might have to decide between one or the other because you don't know if you're going to be on offense or defense. As this one is deadlocked, 221, 225. It could not be any closer.
Native Red are going for that A side capture, and they get it, but they're still losing points.
There it is.
230 for OpTic, and it's Lucid who wins the overshield. He's receiving a lot of fight, but all this time, OpTic are ticking 1 point at a time. Native Red are sending so much just to take him down. Was it worth it, though? Drunk needs to stay alive, but he's watching that clock, making a desperate push to see he's not going to make it. Instead, Native Red have to adjust and contest a B.
Ooh, interesting. That is a shot stopper, clock stopper there for the likes of Native Red. Soul's not going down,
Oh my
though.
gosh.
It's going to be difficult, especially with Formal flanking with the Heat Wave, taking 3 down collectively as OpTic Gaming as they look to regain control of B and this series.
Only 4 seconds. Is there anyone from Native Red? There's one player at the top, but as they desperate rush to B, it's not going to be enough time. Native Red, unfortunately, couldn't scrape together enough seconds. And